Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Let's Chat with Waylon. I am Waylon, and joining me is my very first guest, Alex Whale. What's up, Alex?
Don't you forget that very first guest. How you doing, Waylon? I've actually been on the show before, but this is the first guest on your new show, so I'm pumped about it.
Me too. All right, everyone. Before we continue on with this episode, I am going to go ahead and play my intro video. All right, and we are back. Now, Alex, at this time, can you share a little bit about yourself so that people can learn about you?
So I graduated from Eastern Michigan University about 4 months ago with a bachelor's degree in education. And I took that bachelor's degree and I applied it right away by getting a job as a third grade teacher. So I am just absolutely loaded right now with work to do, but happy to give up time to work on this and talk about stuff like this. And I am the proud owner of Alex's Autism Acceptance channel on YouTube. It's got 638 subscribers right now, so I'd say it's doing pretty good. And I am the leader of what I call the Acceptance Squad. And the Acceptance Squad is all of my followers. I've been doing that for about 3 years now, and man, I'm just so blessed with the opportunities that it's given me.
Amazing. How is it like living in Michigan?
Like living in Michigan? Well, I'm at the perfect time, my favorite time of the year right now, which is fall. Late September to mid-November, that is my favorite time of the year. It's college football season, it's NFL season, but also all the leaves falling, all the beautiful skies, all the cider and donuts. It's great being in Michigan in the fall.
Awesome.
In the winter, it's a different story.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was the first step you did when you first did your autism channel on YouTube?
Well, the first thing I did was set up the All About Me section, which was very long, because I wanted to tell people as much about me as possible and what they could expect. And then I ended up sharing it out with all of my friends, and I got
Amazing.
I got like 30 subscribers in the first 24 hours. All my friends are very supportive whenever I start like a new social media account. They just hop right on it. They're like, "You go, Alex." And so I just really kicked off with that.
Amazing. So what tips do you give people out there who wants to do a YouTube channel on autism?
I would say speak from the heart, because especially if they have autism themselves, they guarantee to have experiences that are and advice that are so helpful for all other autistics to know. Like I had no idea how much of my personal story inspired so many people until I created it. So you really don't know unless you try. And the only bad thing you can do is stay silent.
Absolutely. Now, if there's someone out there who is afraid to do a YouTube channel on autism because they're afraid of getting hate comments, how do you deal with hate comments, and how will you suggest people not to deal with it? Just continue doing what they love to do.
Yeah. I laugh those hate comments off. Like, at the end of the day, it's the internet, and there's going to be like confidentiality and sort of incognito behind it. And when people are incognito, when they don't face any consequences, they can be brutal. It's just part of human nature. Like, when you know you can get away with things and you can say whatever you want, you're going to say some pretty bad stuff. It's just the nature of quite a bit of human beings. So when I see hate comments, people who don't know my personal story at all, have never had a genuine conversation with me, I don't care. And people shouldn't care either if you have hate comments, because they don't know you. So
Yeah, I deal with hate comments all the time with my content. I
absolutely.
just avoid it and delete the comments and continue doing what I love to do.
Yeah, honestly, man, I keep it up there because like the more comments you have, the more YouTube will push it and the algorithm. I just say, hey, thanks for helping me out with the algorithm.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though they give you hate on your content, at least it's still a verb because they watched the video.
Amen. Amen.
Have you ever done TikTok with autism? Do you do anything with TikTok?
No, I believe there's a lot less educational content on TikTok than YouTube, so I just stick with YouTube. There's much more brain dead.
Right. Now, do you suggest people, if they want to do TikTok videos of autism, do you suggest them to do that?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, advocacy is advocacy. But my only concern is that, like, with there being more education on YouTube than TikTok, the stupidity has a greater chance of washing out your content on TikTok instead of YouTube. Basically, you're more recognized. You're more likely to get more recognized on YouTube than TikTok.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, TikTok is more of a way to escape reality than YouTube. So that's what I'd say about that.
What was the biggest accomplishment that you ever achieved in your life over autism?
Definitely getting my diploma. I took a look at some statistics of adults with autism over 25 years old, and the percentage who have a bachelor's degree is only 8%. 8%. So that means 1 out of every 13 people over the age of 25 has a college degree. That's very frightening, and it's not fault either. Not only is it the discouragement and the employment side of things, where they're like, yeah, I know what happens to autistics in employment. I don't even want to try for that and get my heart broken. It's the pressure to put on a social face in college that is just so draining, and like many people give up after just one semester because they can't handle all that masking all the time with all that college workload. And I can't say I blame them. Like for me, I'm very high with self-acceptance. So I didn't mask at all during my college career. And I think that's what helped get me through. But for people who pretend to be somebody they're not, that can be just debilitating, and it can be debilitating very quickly. So just like putting in that super hard work over not 1 year, not 3 months, not any short amount of time, 4.5 years, I had to fight for this degree, and I ended up getting it. So that is by far my best accomplishment.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on reaching the goal.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, is there any movies about autism that you have watched that you would like to suggest to other people to watch?
There are movies about autism that I watch, but I don't recommend any of them. Personally, I find the idea to be pointless outside of some clout and some, I guess, just mandatory. How do you say this? Like identity advocacy. I think it's forced advocacy that doesn't have any real intention behind it. So, no.
Okay. Now, is there any music that helps you deal with autism?
Yeah, definitely classical music. Because especially with the stress of life as a teacher, what I have my students do is go through a period of cool down time. It's 10 minutes after every recess, and what I do is I put on some relaxing music, and I turn the lights off, and I tell them to be quiet, not make any noises, not make any words, because it's a time for recovery. And not only is it a time of recovery for them, believe me, I do it for them, but I do it for me as well. So just that, like, we're all on the same page as the classroom after that.
Awesome. Now, how scary was it on your first day being an autism teacher?
Not scary at all. I had a plan going in. I'm very intentional and well thought out with what I want to do when I want to do it. And with teaching, yes, it is tough socially at times, but the main part of the job is planning as well as delivery. And I specialize in that based on just how my brain works. I am so good at planning, so I wasn't nervous at all.
Nice. Now, if there's anyone out there who wants to get their degree to being an autism teacher, what's the first step you will give them?
Autism teacher, go to a program that has very good curriculum when it comes to teacher preparation. In my case, that was Eastern Michigan University, but they only covered half of my advice. And the other half of the advice is actually support autistic people when they need it. And Eastern Michigan did not do that. Oddly enough, there's a pretty deep rabbit hole that Eastern Michigan student teachers with autism at Eastern Michigan University are treated very poorly. I have heard of at least 3 separate cases outside of myself where the supervisor had a lot of problems. And that they ended up trying to take autistic student teachers down. And for me, they did, but only to a small degree because they bounced right back. But yeah, I'm getting off track here. So find a school with good curriculum to be a teacher, because Eastern Michigan prepared me significantly for this job. But when it comes to the actual moral standing of the school, find somebody with a good disability resource center, as well as a good administration that actually cares about it.
So did you knew that autism teaching was exactly what you wanted to be in life?
Absolutely. I've had a dream about it for 12 years. I've wanted to do it since I was in 5th grade.
Nice. Who inspired you to want to be an autism teacher?
That would be my 5th grade teacher. I still remember his name, Mr. Dixon. Mr. Dixon was the go-to guy with creativity, and also what he did was he brought out my talents. So basically, he helped me to just say, "Hey, I'm talented in this, this, and this. I'm gonna go for that." Because all talents have some sort of career that can be matched. Yeah. So he basically taught me to match my talents up with my career, and oddly enough, that was exactly what he was doing.
Amazing. All right, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this episode so far. At this time, I am gonna play my very first commercial video. We will be right back with Let's Chat with Waylon after this break. Thank you so much for making it this far into the episode and for your love and support. Remember, we share our interests and passion through meaningful communication. Check out some other incredible podcasts. Culture Shock Podcast, Tyler's Takedowns, The Russia Bunny Weekly Report, Golf TV. I love Golf TV and support Lisa Marie Velvet, Mickey James, and SoCal Val with what they bring to the table with their show. Please follow me, the host of Let's Chat with Waylon, on social media. On Facebook, Let's Chat with Waylon. On Instagram, _Waylon Myers _. On Twitter, _Waylon Myers _. On TikTok, at Waylon Waylon_Myers. And for everything about me, visit my official YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/Waylon Myers. Alright, and now back to the show. Alright, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Chat with Waylon. Alex, how has it been being on my show so far?
I tell you what, man, you're one of the best hosts I've ever seen. I appreciate you. You're just so nice and so welcoming, and the world is better with you in it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. At this time, what's your opportunity to put me on the hot seat?
Yeah, for sure. So my first question is, you do have a brother with autism, is that correct?
I do.
What was your experience like growing up with him?
It was a struggle. We fight a lot. But at the same time, I supported him and I tried to help him read and learn some stuff so that he continued to do good in life and have him feel confident to do whatever he felt he could do in life, whether it's do YouTube videos or TikToks. So I just support him, and I always let him know, just do what you love to do. And if no one likes it, oh well, at least you love it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, definitely. So would you say your brother, sort of helped you, would you say the reason that you have so many friends on the spectrum is because of your brother?
I don't know. Because of my brother, he did videos before I ever decided to do videos. So he inspired me to want to do YouTube.
Gotcha.
Yep.
What other questions do I have? I had a lot, but I did forget a lot of them.
No, you're fine.
I guess one of the questions would be, how do you overcome challenges in life?
Well, I talk to people who I could trust to give me word of wisdom to keep me going in life. And I like to listen to inspirational music to relax my mind.
Yeah.
And I like to watch inspirational videos like Dollman on YouTube and all the positivity he spread. So with everything, I just know that if I just calm, breathe, relax, everything's going to be okay. So because of all of that, it makes me feel comfortable doing videos. And Lillian Garcia always told me to always be myself and trust that it's enough. So that's exactly what I do. And all my struggles and my content, I don't let that hold me back with my speech impediment.
That is awesome, Sauce.
Yeah.
I only have one more question for you, actually. What would your dream job be?
My dream job has always been to work for WWE one day.
Ooh, interesting.
That's one of my dreams.
Have you talked to Lillian about that?
No, I have never.
You should. You never know until you ask.
Yeah. So, yeah. But no, that was always my dream job. If I could become a professional wrestler, I will always take my remote control and I will always pretend I was Lillian Garcia or Howard Finkel. I always try to say, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Lita. I always did that, and I'm like, that's what I'm going to do when I grow up one day.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yep.
All right, Waylon. Well, that's all I have for you. Keeping it short and sweet.
Thank you so much. Now, Alex, what's next for you with your autism YouTube channel?
Well, because of how busy I am, I definitely am looking more towards the shorts content. So if you want to see regular content from me anymore, you'll have to go to my short section. I honestly don't know when I'll be able to post long videos regularly, just because of the workload. But 60-second clips, you can always find me on the Shorts channel. That will be regular content, and it's basically like my long videos, but just like condensed, like concentrated. So
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Well, at this time, everyone, this will wrap up my very first episode of Let's Chat with Waylon. Alex, I want to say thank you for being my first guest. And at this time, I am gonna play the outro video.
thank you so much, Waylon.
You are absolutely welcome.